Okay, so now I want to do one more fist pose, and this one I want to show from the inside of the fist, so kind of like here, but I want to show the plane change of the knuckles one more time because this is always it's always important to realize how much dynamic movement you have in something like the fist and the hand. So what I want to do here is get the thumb and the pad in there pretty quickly, and I want to show you how the fingers can rotate around. So on these other ones, they kind of occupy a little bit of the same dimension or same plane, but then a lot of times the fingers can shift and you'll get um, different angles from them. So I'll hopefully be able to convey that here. So like as it starts to wrap down right here, you'll get multiple sides of the pinky here. So you've got a bit of the part where it connects to the back of the hand, uh, all the way to where it points back into the palm. And so then the lower, smaller part of the pad of the hand down here, and then the sides of the finger and the wrinkles back here. So something like this. So what happens here is I think it becomes tricky because again they're shifting so much. These fingers are fanning. They're each going in a little bit different direction than one another, and you're getting multiple plane changes from these fingers as they do that. So this is in my opinion, a really good one to study and to practice because of all those things that you got to take into account when you're drawing it. Again, with the thumbnail, we can quickly show the direction of that hand or the finger pretty easily. If we draw a continuous line right through here, it really shows how much the thumb is in front of the other part of the hand. So, for instance, if this is erased back, then it immediately looks more connected and also makes it look like it's less of an angle change. But if you draw that line right through, it almost becomes more prominent, or does become more prominent. So something like that. And the connection to the wrist, generally it will taper inward and back out. So there's our rough sketch to it. So let's go ahead and soft erase this down. Try to make it look a little bit more impressive. So again, now I want to get in here and finalize the work a bit more. I want to really try to show some separation to the fingers. I really want to make each one of them appear to be on a different, a little bit different angle from one another. So with the finger or the pointer finger, it's real easy because we get some of the side of the plane change and we get some of the wrinkles on the inner palm. So that's pretty easy to make that one appear different from the others. No, I've got this wrinkle in the wrong spot, don't I? Needs to be back this way more. Something like that. And then when we get to the middle finger, we can, just make that look more pronounced. We can also bring this up a bit higher. And as we bring it up higher, it's also going to look like it goes past and back to the, so you're going to bring the line work back a little bit like that to make it more pronounced, or, so you're getting a bit of the side of the knuckle from there. And obviously the wrinkles, we'll get to that in a second. And then as we draw this finger, this is where it starts to shift. So we want a little bit of the back of the knuckle. So you're going to get a tiny bit of that transition there of the knuckles, and then the finger coming out towards the viewer like this, and this one coming out towards the viewer even more so, and then tucking down and inward. So again, kind of compressing into the palm of the hand. So there's lots of reasons why this can be confusing at first to draw, and why, you know, sheer practice and volume of these studies will help to make this, you know, make more sense. But you learn so much. I'd rather study complex poses and things that seem confusing to me. I always feel like I walk away with so much more knowledge and experience through that versus drawing things that I'm already good at, you know, confident at. So this is obviously one that's a little bit trickier, I think, but it's really worth it to get past that. So again, little line breaks here and there, trying to see where I can bend the lines to make it look more skin-like. I think in the very beginning, it's always just, you know, put a curve here, put a curve there. You don't think a whole lot about it. But then as you start to do more and more of this, you start to think about, well, what if this curve, you know, bent back just a little bit right here and then curve the other way? And you get a little bit more deliberate in what you do and why you do it. So little wrinkles here. Little separation and line work as I go, you know, just trying to break it up. I think there's a lot that could be said for doing the line breaks. It seems to add a lot more interesting effect to the work. And I picked that up from just watching more experienced artists do their comic and illustration work. I noticed, man, they pick up the pen a lot. They do a lot of intentional line breaks. Why are they doing that? And I just started doing more of it on my own and introducing it into my own work. So again, with the wrinkles, trying to really show the, you know, the differences from finger to finger and the position of it. I'll try to eliminate overly straight lines like this one. So I might have this knuckle more pronounced right there and then bend back just a little bit. Some of the wrinkles on the inside of the palm. Yeah, and then, so as I wrap this one up, and I'll start to add a little bit of shading for the plane changes of the fingers and that. But that's really it. So in closing with what we're doing here, the best thing that I could say, obviously, is to do lots and lots of studies, lots and lots of variation of hand poses, and realizing that maybe that, you know, the first 20 or 30 are going to be bad, or the first 50 or 100, or I don't even know that you need to put a number, a numeric value on it, but just realizing that it's okay to do bad sketches, especially of hands. They're just so tricky, but it's okay to do bad sketches of anything, because those are what are going to lead you, those mistakes are going to lead you to making the right choices. So the main thing is to just log in lots and lots of studies, lots and lots of different poses. I guess because really you don't know when it's going to make sense, but it will make sense. It will click at some point. And the more you catalog those, the quicker it's going to happen. So just kind of take, you know, take solace in that idea, really. You know, that the more you log in, the more you fill up those sketchbooks with hands and faces and whatever it is you're struggling with that day or that in that area of your work, that's the sooner you're going to beat it. That's the quicker you're going to get there. Hopefully this has given you some ideas on how you can do your own studies and how you can get past those roadblocks on your own. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, as always, I'm here to help. So I appreciate you tuning in and watching this with me and conducting these studies and learning these lessons. I very much appreciate the support. Keep up the good work, and I will talk to you soon.